You're now watching Lena Blue TV.
I need to talk to Mike Laury.
Hello, this is Mike Laury.
Double A Flex.
Mike Laury, how are you?
Doing pretty good about yourself.
Good, thank you.
Good.
So tell me, who is Mike Laury?
Mike Laury, I'm a producer, first and foremost, father. Born out of Nashville, raised Nashville, Tennessee. Pretty much all in one. I'm a music visionary. That's me.
So how was it like living in Nashville, Tennessee? What was it like?
As far as music scene goes,
Music
or just
versus life?
living period. It wasn't bad. I'm not gonna say it was the best upbringing, but it definitely wasn't the worst either. You got a lot of, as far as on the music side of things, you got a lot of gems in Nashville, but as far as hip hop or R&B scene goes, it's not, the light's not really shined in Nashville. It's more so focused and targeted towards country music. So, you know, it's a lot of people, I should say, that are very talented, that grew up in Nashville. They come out of Nashville. A lot of people don't know that, but as far as Nashville goes, it's not a bad place to live. I mean, everywhere you got your bad areas, but.
Right. So how did you not fall into the category of country music?
Just because of how I was raised. Like, I just wasn't raised listening to country music. Like, I was raised listening to old school music and R&B and eventually hip hop. So I just wasn't, just around country music like that.
So what type of music did your parents play?
Old school, like Isley Brothers, Marvin Gaye, Whitney Houston, stuff like that.
Yes. You're a father yourself.
Yeah.
And you just had a daughter, right?
Yeah, she's 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you just had a baby.
Oh, no.
Okay. So how does that affect your music, you having a daughter?
It's actually motivation for me. Every time I see my daughter, it just reminds me, like, I can't stop. I got to keep going. I got to keep pushing. So, so as far as her and what I'm doing goes, it's actually been my biggest blessing.
Is she into music at all?
Oh, yeah, she is. Got a keyboard. She loves it. Of course, she doesn't know what she's, playing, but she gets on it, mess around with it.
Yeah.
I may come and turn it off. She might get mad at me, come back, turn it back on, start playing with it again. If I'm making a beat, she always wants to grab my headphones and put them on and start bobbing her head to it. So, and she also has like a little karaoke machine. She likes to grab the mic and start singing on it. So I definitely feel like she definitely has music inside of her as well.
Yes. So would you say that children learn more by visuals versus you telling them, hey, don't do this, or, do it like this, or,
Most definitely. I feel like just a lot of people in general, how we learn is mostly from visual, hands-on, you know what I mean? So I think it's the same way with children. Like, if they see it, they do it. Kind of the same thing as if when they're not able to really just speak, when they start learning how to speak, they're listening to everything you say.
Yes.
So you may say something, and then next thing you know, you hear them saying it. So I feel like it's kind of the same thing when it comes to, like, hands-on stuff. They see you doing it eventually, then they turn around and do the same thing.
Right. So we're basically examples for them.
Correct.
How was it working with Young Boy?
It's been a journey, a good journey actually. One of the biggest records I got with him is Through the Storm.
Through the Storm.
And I've had other records with him before that one, but that was just kind of the main one that really just caught people. So really working with him has really been actually a blessing because, people are starting to listen. They're starting to hear it like this guy got some juice.
Yes.
So it's been real good working with him.
So what other artists or major artists have you collabed with?
I've worked with Moneybagg Yo, Lil Uzi Vert. I got a couple artists I don't want to name drop right now. I want to block the blessing before the blessing even hit. But it's some other big names that are definitely on the way. Should be dropping soon.
So I'm sure that a lot of these projects you have worked on, your team was involved.
Correct.
So how do you guys even collaborate? Is it like a sound that one of you have? Is it maybe you just start making a beat and then the rest of them just follow suit? Or
Well, it's kind of like I may start a beat and somebody else on the team that's around, or even if they're not around, I may start on the beat and I may be myself and start on the beat and I may be like, you know what? This person can add this certain flavor to it and make it 10 times better. So I may send the files off for them to finish it. There's that saying, 2 heads is always better than one. You know, of course I can do a beat, you know, by myself, but it's a lot better when you have somebody else with a whole nother set of ears, because they might be hearing something that you're not hearing. So, yeah, so they may start it, send it to me, or if we're around, I may be like, let me touch it, hop on it, and just keep passing it around till the beat's done.
yeah. So how did you even start creating beats and producing?
So I've always been into music. Even before I knew what a keyboard was, my parents had bought me a keyboard. And you know, they would say I was always messing with it and just, I'm in there writing songs, of course not knowing what I'm doing, but I'm just sitting there just writing songs, just, you know, messing around. And eventually my mother had got me keyboard lessons, piano lessons. And from there, I started to play the saxophone. And then I joined the band, and when I was in middle school, then high school, did marching band. So music has always kind of been a part of me. And while I was in high school, I want to say maybe about, might have been like 11 or 12, no, middle school. About 11 or 12, I used to go over my homeboy crib, E with Billboard Hitmakers. He's done a lot of stuff with Future, Young Thug, Roddy Ricch. I used to go over his crib, and he pretty much kind of showed me how to make beats. And from there, I just kind of stuck with it.
So you mentioned the saxophone. Do you incorporate the saxophone in your work?
I do, but not live playing it, because now you have plugins and stuff that implements the same sound as if you was really playing it live. So I could just play it on the keyboard and it sound as if I actually was playing it live. So
Could you name a few tracks where you use the saxophone?
off the top of my head, we actually have one with Youngboy that has not dropped yet. It's a video snippet out that actually just dropped not too long ago.
Yes.
But when they drop, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Did you ever imagine yourself to be here in this position that you are now?
Yes and no. And I'm gonna say yes because it's something that I always wanted and that I always was gonna keep going out there until I got to where I wanted to be. To this magnitude and the timing, no. You know, it kind of came out of nowhere. So I could say yes and no.
How is it being the co-founder of This Is the Sound?
It's an honor, but then at the same time, it's a job. And then you got to look at it like I got other people's lives in my hands. So not only do I have to look out for myself, I also have to look out for the people that's up under us to make sure that they're getting the proper things they need so that they can succeed as well as myself.
Yes. I heard that some days it could be like a sweatshop. So what's the most beats that you've made in one day?
The most beats I've made in one day, I want to say the most I've made is about, I want to say like 20 to 25.
How do you guys do it?
When you got that certain fire up under you, like, you got to get it. You know, sometimes you may have like a last minute call, like I could get a call today, like, look, we got a session with such and such tomorrow. I may not have no beats ready for this person, no new beats ready. So in my mind, I'm like, I got to get prepared.
Yeah.
So I'm stopping what I'm doing and I'm getting to it. So knowing that I got to be prepared for what's coming up, that's what drive. You know, they say success is when preparation makes opportunity, meets opportunity. So when the opportunity is there, you got to be prepared. So it's just all a part of being prepared that drives me.
So I would imagine that you send off packs to various artists, to various people. So how does that work? Do you send the same packs to different people? And maybe if this person uses it first, you're like, oh, don't use this beat to this other person that you sent it to? Or is it different beats for different people?
It all kind of depends. Like certain people, like the beats that I make for YoungBoy, I don't send them off to other people. I just don't. It just really kind of depends on the artist. With some beats, I may send the same one off, you know, just to shop it around.
Yeah.
You know, because you can send a pack out to this one person and they may not use not one beat on it, but you send it off to another one, they may end up using all of them. You know, so it's like you don't want to stop your income or your money flow, you know, just limiting it to one person. So.
Yes. So if you were to send these packs to 2 different people and both of them were to use the same beat, how does that work?
At that point, it's more so of a one, first come, first serve,
Okay.
and 2, I want to say highest bidder, but it's mostly kind of like first comes, first serve. So if this one artist, they get on it and they get ready to drop, that paperwork come through, we sign up on that paperwork, then it's a done deal. Like next artist can't do nothing with it.
Lena Blue TV.